Hi, Capricorn. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to do your October, a couple days late, but I'm here to do your October reading. I've laid all the cards out and shuffled and meditated and everything and focused on you big time. And I want to mention, as I did in the description box, that October is a 10 and a 1. It's really a doorway that we're going through. We've just gone through an equinox, and an equinox is a time of preparation when we're preparing for the new season, for winter or for spring. And we make a lot of changes to our wardrobe, to our home, to the outside, to our schedules, everything. We like, our light changes and everything. And so you're also making changes in your life. Okay. So, and there's big changes here. You've made some decisions because of something that has gone on. So I kind of feel like something went down in the recent past that was hurtful to you, hurt your feelings. There was some sort of deception, lie, third party, something. And I think that you were told by somebody, this information came to you by a third party. And it was something that you may have felt, okay? Because you have double high priestess here in the center of your reading, double high priestess on high priestess. And it says that your intuitive powers are really strong right now. In fact, some of you could be readers or psychics or have something to do with the esoteric in some way. But your own powers of intuition are very strong. And I had a feeling or have a feeling that you had a sense of this already. You kind of knew something wasn't legit. All right. But you didn't want to see it. You didn't want to see it because that would mean that you would have to act on it. But the thing is that you see it now. You see it now. And you've decided to make some new plans. All right. You're looking at your options and you might be sending out resumes or talking to people, networking with people, but there's something that you're going to either hear from someone or a place. You're going to be required to take action immediately on an offer or a communication in some way. And because you realize you have options, you do not need to stay or do the same thing that you've been doing. And so you're going to act on one of these options, okay? And you might decide to travel, or you could be traveling with your work, like with what you do. You might be traveling or communicating a lot with what you do already. But I feel like something is coming up that's requiring you to move in some way. And you're going to follow one of these options you have. Oh, I forgot to say that what jumped out for you is the 10 of Cups and what is it again? Oh, yeah, the 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands is, usually we're ready to put our plan into action. It's an action card. You got a lot of action cards here, okay? And it could have to do with a relationship. This could be a family relationship. It could be a love relationship, a work relationship. I'm not sure. And I think that something has changed in the relationship, might not have ended, but changed. And I think you're more aware in some way. All right. And so you want to take action, you want to make new moves, okay? And so you have done some thinking, some planning perhaps, and you want to move in this direction. You might have a bit of a waiting period before you can move, before you can do what you want to do, but you're ready. You're ready and you're ready for new growth in some way, all right? Um I think that whoever the situation had to deal with before has regret over their actions, you or the other person. It looks like a trust has been broken, if you ask me. Some sort of trust has been broken. And so for starters, you want to know the truth. You want all the information. You are strategizing, and you are a great strategizer. It's one of your best talents, best skills is to strategy. And also, I want to say your determination is like no other. You know, the goat is determined, can climb up a rock ledge that is just straight all the way up, and they make themselves to the top and they make their way down to the bottom every single day. Every single day they do this impossible feat. So you are capable of doing something that may seem impossible to others. But there's something strong about your instinct, your intuition. I feel like it's something you can feel. You may not be able to see it or touch it, but you just know it. Okay. And one of the things is that you're looking for in your strategy is you want respect. You want to be treated fairly. You want to be treated like you treat others, okay? And so you want this even flow of give and take in relationship. You don't want to just give and someone just takes. You want that reciprocation back. I feel there's some sort of victory here for you. Excuse me. Because you've decided to take this action, because you've decided to look at something, look it in the face and be honest with yourself. And I think that you're going to gain some success and respect in this manner from whoever, your family, your friends, or the person that's involved in this situation here with you. I think they thought they could get something by you and you just, were none the wiser to it, but you kind of knew all along. Your instincts are sharp. You notice every little nuance. You know what I mean? So success is definitely coming to you and you're going to get what you want because you know how to do it, you know? Near the end of October, you are you want peace, calm, and tranquility in your life. You don't want any drama, any nonsense, lies, baloney, any of it. And so that's what you're moving towards now in your life. You have a lot of passion, a lot of drive, determination, and you want to be able to display it, show it, um, um, practice it in a healthy atmosphere, in a healthy environment. So I feel like you want to move to peaceful waters. Now, you may want to move to peaceful waters with this person that you've had the conflict. You're not the kind of person that walks away from something or someone forever. You are very much into forgiveness, negotiation, working things out, but not on the old terms. This is how it's going to be now, or I'm not going to play. So you want this on even terms, on you want stability and peace in your life. You don't want a bunch of baloney, all right? So this is what you're moving towards. The King of Wands represented by Aries in this card. I think I must have got a bite or something on my arm. It's terribly itchy. Um, the King of Wands is represented by Aries, and Aries is an initiator. They initiate something, okay? And I feel like you're initiating something by taking a little break, getting away from the situation, clearing your mind. You need to be clear. You might be thinking about moving, literally moving. And it could be out of an area, out of a job, out of a situation, a relationship. I'm not sure. But you need some space. You need to be clear and you want something more healthy in your life, you know? You're not going to go for nonsense. And I feel like you have an idea, you know, you have an idea, you have a, you know, there's something that you want to give birth to, okay? This is a business, this is a skill, this is something you want to pursue, okay? And this is something you're actually really good at without even getting training. You're already really good at it. I think you're a self-starter, you're a self-trainer. You're able to teach yourself, train yourself, and get onto things real fast. You pick things up real fast. But in this Ace and Three of Pentacles, it's where we take the idea and we do something with it. And you become like very skilled at this, and where people ask you, oh, could you help me with that? Oh, what can I do if I have this problem? Or they come to you and need your advice, need your expertise. This is also collaboration, where you might be collaborating with others to make this idea, you know, formulate, come into being. But I also think it can be part of this situation in the past where you are willing to move forward, but you want to work together. You're not going to be the only one doing all the work here. You would like to collaborate on something new here, okay? So the Death and the Four of Wands. So death is rebirth, okay? So this is letting go of an old way. You've come to a crossroads and you've decided, I'm not going to live like that anymore. I'm not going to, you know, it feels like there's something you're sacrificing here, you're letting go of. And whatever this is, a way of living, a way of thinking, a way of behaving, but you're letting that go because you want new foundations. You want new something. I feel like there's a possibility you could be moving homes or moving where you're working, who you're working for, who you're working with. Could be a different department, but also this could be, you could be moving back home. You could be moving to a new home, closer to family, perhaps. But the thing is you want new foundations and you want strong foundations, something solid and secure where you feel safe, where you feel like your efforts are being rewarded and acknowledged here. Because I feel in the past, you may have been treated like a child or may have been deceived by a child, or a youngin could have had something to do with it. But anyway, you are ready for the new horizon and something more stable, more solid, and also something to celebrate. The other thing too is that out of this situation, if it's a relationship and it went through a hard patch here, you could end up getting married or engaged. There, you know, you could decide to turn over a whole new leaf and then jump into like big commitment now. You know, maybe that's the thing. You wanted someone to commit in the past and they weren't willing to, and now they are, because they realize they might lose you if they don't shape up. You know, you're not going to accept any funny business. And so you're saying, shape up or ship out. I am gone. I am a good catch. I am a good person, you know? And so you really want something committed, something solid. So, and they have to let go. Perhaps you're telling them they have to let go of that old way, of that old life, old behavior, whatever it is. They have to cut that out and then you can enjoy this sanctuary, this beautiful place, this solid new beginning. Okay. And you have every right to, you have every right to. So it looks like things are coming around to be better than what they were, no matter how they got there. They're going to be better than what they were. You want a new leaf, a new horizon here. In the cartomancy, you have some really wonderful cards. Cartomancy is the art of reading the regular playing cards. So I feel like you could be traveling. You could be going on a vacation. You could be going on a honeymoon even. Because you have the 9 of diamonds, the 2 of hearts, and the 3 of hearts. The 9 of diamonds, the 9 of diamonds is usually planning, traveling over water, going to see someone, perhaps planning a visit. And this is to do with relationship. This could be to tie a union, to get married, to elope. This could be just a pleasure vacation. This could be for a date. You're going this distance because you want to meet up with someone, go on a date, or you want to, make this relationship better, closer, stronger, because that you're focused on one person. You have eyes on that person and that person alone. I think you're in love, you know or or they're in love with you, and so the focus is directly on each other. Okay, and maybe that's why you're getting away a little bit to get some time alone to figure this out. But you could be eloping. It's definitely some sort of trip to be alone, to just be with each other. Now, this could be just to the next town. It could be across water, because usually 9 of diamonds is across water, but it doesn't have to be. Could be just near the water. To get some time alone to focus on this relationship, whether it's a new relationship or an old relationship that you're trying to mend, you know. Um, then you have the 10 of clubs. Now, the 10 of clubs, you could be moving. Like, there's a strong suggestion here that you're moving. So you could be, renting a new place, buying a new place, something like that. Okay. And you might have some sort of concern because you could be worried over money in some way. So if you're moving jobs, there might be a time between this check and that check till it's all adjusted. And so you might have a time period where you don't have all the money that you usually do. But it sounds like there's money talk here, okay? And they're not saying the numbers that you like. You have to do more negotiating, but you're a master negotiator. You know the value of things. You know. And that's what your negotiation is based on, the true value. People always try and get a deal no matter what it is. They always try and get a deal, but you just have to be firm. You're definitely going through a new cycle here, but I don't think you really need to worry that much about what's flowing here for you, because it's all turning into better situation than where you were before. Okay, you've decided to make changes because you weren't happy with things were going. You in some ways were blinded because you wanted to be, because you're smart. You can see through the veil easily. And you decided that now is the time to make these changes for something more positive, something happier in your life. You don't want to be treated like a pawn or used as a pawn, and you're going to start taking a little bit more control in your life and making decisions for yourself. Okay. I think you're very focused on what you want and how to get it. And you will take no time in doing it because you you're just very good at strategy and doing things that seem very difficult to others. Uh the thing is, Capricorn, is you don't get all in your head too much about stuff. You just think, oh, I need to move because this house is too small or too big. Okay, well, then let's move. For you, it's matter of fact. You just decide on it and make a decision on it. And other people get in their heads and worried and do the calculations and get all boggled up in the mind about it and worried. And I don't think you spend a lot of time. I think you look at it and from a real stable mind and think, okay, what do I need to do? And you just figure out your plan and start putting it into action. You don't get all in the head and start thinking, oh, well, what if this happens or what if that happens? You don't go there. You look at the plain facts. You're very sensible and practical. What is and what isn't. That's all there is to it for you. Okay. And so this is an advantage to you right now. But whatever your instincts might be telling you about situations, about maybe a place you might see that you think, that's it, that's the place, then you are right because you have heightened intuition and sensitivity right now. You got to go with what your gut is telling you, what your gut, the feeling you have inside. Okay, and that's going to bring you a lot of success doing that, going with your gut, not what the chart says, not what the people are saying, with what you feel in your gut, if this is right or not. That's what you have to trust and put faith into right now. But it looks like better things are coming your way this month. You're going through that doorway and you're out to improve your situation. Um, could be a little bit financially, but mostly it's to have peace in your life. You want peace and calm. There's a possibility that you could be thinking about retiring too. You might be at that age where you're thinking about retiring and having an easier life of it now. And the worry about the money is you're worried, am I going to have enough money to pay everything, survive and stuff? But you'll have other resources or sources of income. And the thing about it is you don't have to jump or to someone else's drum. You decide who you will accept as a customer, how often you want to work, what you want to do. You're in a lot more control now in the situation. So that's also a possibility. You could be thinking about retiring because I feel like you're leaving something behind. And which is why you might move. You might move to a smaller place, has a bigger garage or a bigger workshop or a bigger office or something so that you can pursue something that you have a passion for. I can clearly see that you have a passion for this, whatever it is you're interested in doing, and it'll be successful because you take pride in your work. You take a lot of pride and you like to do something right. you know Measure twice, cut once, as they say. So you put out quality stuff, whatever it is that you're doing. Some of you, like I said, might be into tarot, psychic, you could be a medium, you could be into some sort of spiritual um pursuit. And if you are, you're very good at it. You will be very good at it because you have the double high priestess here. So you have a very strong instinct. Also, too, with the high priestess, as she lives in two worlds, like with tarot or psychic, you here you are on earth, and you have your life and your friends and everything, but you get these strong feelings or deja vu or have a vision, and it feels like it's not of here. Is it some other life I've had, or is it something I feel like is coming up? You just get a feeling, and yours are very strong in you. So you're going to really trust these and go with them. Um, so yeah, it looks really, really good for you. I think whatever you were coming out of, however it happened, is also good. If you're going to reestablish a relationship, it's going to be stronger now. And that's one of the things you want is full commitment. You don't want any messing around, and you will test it to make sure. So along those lines, I want to tell you a friend of mine did past life regression on me. And I thought it was amazing. I thought it was so amazing that I want to do it myself. And I'm currently taking a course on past life regression. And it's getting in touch with some of the past lives that we've lived. We've reincarnated over and over again. They say that you can travel through different times in different bodies. Your spirit can move and have different experiences. But anyway, so it was the neatest thing ever. And the woman who did it, I felt very safe with. I felt she was very professional, and I know her. And she led me, but I was in control. She only asked questions about where I was, who I am, to explain my surroundings, that sort of thing. She never told me what it is or what to do. She just gave me cues for it to come to me, because you don't really know anything until she asks you, and then all of a sudden you just do. And it wasn't anything I expected. So I didn't conjure this. It was so cool. So if you're interested in this experience, I've put her information. Her name is Thelma in the description box below. And also, hi there, Arctic Jungle. How you doing? Yes. Well, you can give Thelma a call or an email if you want. I'm going to be done my training in about a month, and we'll be getting into practice at that point. And I'm really looking forward to it. And so if you'd like to wait until then, that's fine too. But if you want to check out Thelma, if you're eager to do it right away, I highly encourage you to do so, because she's just really a beautiful person and was very good at it. And I felt very safe. I would never recommend anyone to you guys that you wouldn't be safe with. Okay. And that I haven't tried out myself. The second person I want to tell you about her name is Iveta Nemec, and she offered me Reiki. She's a viewer, and she offered me Reiki, and it was kind of weird, the timing. I didn't even know I needed it. And her and I did a trade. I gave her a tarot reading, she gave me some Reiki. And I was just about to start this other course that I completed already. But it was so great because it just really cleared me a lot, gave me a lot of healing to prepare me to be open for this course. And it was a ton of information. It hurt my head after a while listening and learning it all, but I got through it. And I really feel like her clearing and helping me heal through that helped me a lot to be able to handle all that information overload. You know what I mean? And so, again, I put her information in the description box below if you're looking for Reiki. Again, I felt very safe. She's another beautiful soul out there, like all of you, and who wants to share her gift. So she's just such a lovely person. Oh, well, thank you. I would love to do that with you. So I have I'm halfway through. I have half more to go. And then I will have to do some practical first. And then I will let you know when I'm ready. I would love to do that. And I'm glad and I'm honored that you feel safe to do it with me. Um, and I just think it's going to be so interesting. It was so cool. I want to do more of it because, okay, um, because you learn about these different parts of yourself and you learn kind of like, oh, that's why I love that so much, or I don't like that so much. Oh, I had that experience with that. So that's why I get nervous around this. You start to understand a lot more about who you are now because, people will say, well, did you have an accident or something? Is that why you're afraid of cars? You're like, no, I never had an accident. I don't know why. But something could have happened in a past life that kind of put a scare into you. Or the opposite of why you're just crazy about something and you love something, you can't get enough of it. Again, in a past life, you could have been a professional at that, a professional writer. You could have been a professional musician, or, there's always been a closeness between you and something, and that's because you experienced it before. But it's just intriguing. I I can't wait to share it with you guys. I can't wait. Anyway, thanks for joining me, darling. I hope this reading helps you. It helps you feel positive about the doorway you're going through. You are going to be doing some planning, preparing for what's to come, even though you may not know what it is yet. Okay. You're going to be, but there's a part of you that is unhappy with the status quo, with the way things were, which is why you've decided, what have I got to lose? I'm happy anyway. I'm going to do something new. I'm just going to go for it. Why not? What have I got to lose anyway, right? So you're going to take a gamble and it's going to pay off, all right? So just glad to bring you this news. Let me know if this resonates for you, if you want to, if you're willing to share. And even in a couple of weeks, when things start to transform for you, that would be interesting at that time too. And you'll say, oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this is what's happening. Or we've decided to give it another go, try again, but on different ground rules this time. So I wish you all the best. I love you so much. And I'll be getting back to you, Arctic, when I'm all ready. All right. Mwah. Love you so much. Talk to you soon, babies. Bye.